Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. Holy cow, I'm white and nerdy.
No.
What? It's the Innergeekdom match.
Oh, God.
What's up, everybody? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Robert Adams.
I'm Chris Adams.
And we are here for Video 3, the first match of Video 3 for the Schmoedown Spectacular, which means we are talking about the Innergeekdom title match between Mara Knopic and Mike Kalinowski.
Yeah, so what we have here is the storyline has taken us to a place where Mike has basically gotten himself into a rematch with Mara in the Spectacular.
And it's probably be the last time this happens.
Yep, now that Christian is taking his chairman status out into the public.
Yeah. Real quick before we jump into this, much like our first video of the second video of the Schmoedown, this is also a sponsored video. You didn't know this one, did you? This one is sponsored by Robert Adams MLP. It's a YouTube channel that does vlogs, and for some reason I can't pull this off as well as you could do Method Living Productions.
Yeah, no, because MLP for you stands for My Little Pony.
No, Method Living Productions.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's like it's attached to Method Living Production. It also has your name in. Are you plugging yourself? You have no shame. No shame whatsoever.
Anyways, if you want to see me on my wild and wacky adventures and opinions of this, that, and the other, check out Robert Adams MLP on YouTube. And let's get back to the Schmoedown because that's what we're really here for.
Yes. So who are we going to put on this one?
Here's the thing. That little Brown Dwarf Star has been pulling out non-stop wins. I have absolutely complete faith that she's going to do it again, which is amazing because I don't think I've ever felt that strongly for a rookie coming in and just dominating every single thing. She has never lost a match at all. She's not going to lose this one either.
Yep. No studio divided this time. I'm agreeing with you. It's going to be Mara Knopic.
Which, I mean, here's where we're actually torn. We actually really like Mike Kalinowski.
I do.
He's awesome. He's a great player. We like his fan interactions on the Facebook page. He happened to like one of our videos earlier today. So we like Mike Kalinowski. I'm a big fan of him. I put his face on a frickin' Wheaties box for Jehovah's sake, whatever. I don't know. I
what?
Can't talk. Remember when I put his face on a Wheaties box and posted it on the Facebook page? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, we like Mike Kalinowski. So it does kind of hurt us that
we have to go against him?
We have to go against him. Mara is fantastic. She's been dominating. And Mara's going to take it.
Yeah, we'll see. She's going to keep up that win streak. I'm ready to get into it.
Yep.
Here we go.
Hashtag. Tag. Brought to you by your friends at Collider. Every time I see that Collider logo, it reminds me of like the old, like the double feature. I forgot what it's called. The old kind of theaters that would show like the cheesy double feature. Kind of like Grindhouse had that kind of aesthetic to it when Tarantino and Rodriguez did that.
Fascinating.
But for some reason, it doesn't look that old style, but whenever I see the Collider logo, that's what I think of. Brought to you by your friends at Collider.
So you think Mara's going to walk into the match with the belt in her mouth?
She does like to eat that belt, doesn't she?
Apparently. At least for one picture.
Yeah.
What a long day.
Such a long day. Lots of coffee.
Yeah, well, you know, Schmoedown Spectacular 3, the longest, best match ever.
5 matches.
6.
6. So
Well, I mean, I don't know. That Finstock match, the Championship Bowl, I don't know if that counts as a match.
Speaking,
What are you doing?
I'm looking for my mask, okay?
Why would it be in here?
Because I'm leaving no stone unturned, okay? I don't know who took it. Now, you saw what happened in those matches today. I need my mask.
Man, get out of the car.
It's not here.
It's not here. No.
does it look like it's here?
Oh, I checked.
Why would we take your mask?
Box and stuff. Well, I had your keys to your car earlier, so I was in here. But now I need a ride. So can you just drive me to the club over here?
No, get out.
Come on, come on.
Get out of the car, Finstock.
Maybe
We've done
we
this
should,
before.
though. Maybe.
No, he stole cow. I'll get you guys in. Don't worry. I'll surpass the whole lot. I didn't steal cow. Kalinowski stole cow. Cow, Kalinowski, same thing. Guys, come on, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Makes complete sense. That's logical.
We're talking. You're talking about a 5-way.
Yeah, in Innergeekdom? Yes. Yeah. Five-way match.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna do things a little different. We're gonna do a tournament. It's gonna be an Innergeekdom tournament.
I'm here with a little bit of an update regarding the Innergeekdom tournament. Mike Kalinowski, the beautiful Mike Kalinowski, is facing off against Jared Haben, and also Coy Jandrew is facing off against the amazing Mara Knopic, a newcomer in the Schmoedown League.
Fun. It's gonna be fine. You're doing great. You're doing great.
I really don't think this is a good idea, Mike.
Doesn't matter what you think, does it? I hate this so much.
Our rookie here today, the amazing Mara Knopic.
I don't think anyone should just overlook her in this moment here.
Oh,
That's correct.
love the Spider-Man suit.
2, 1.
Roseanne.
And your winner, the amazing
Highlights of the season. Sure, Mara's rookiness.
But Coy
You know,
Jandrew's
other things.
I would be willing to accept
Other things too. But Koi's suit. I was gonna go on a long streak, but you were interrupting me.
Oh, you know what
Stop doing that!
we know where we were getting to.
Thank you.
I'm just
Suspense,
giving you an
man.
opportunity to become a superstar. You had a great win. You keep on winning.
You know what? Y'all can just pause this right now. Come back and watch the Cinefanatics in like
Course correction
2-3 years when we've got this banter down pat.
I'm good.
Oh, sure. Make it my fault.
Denethor, Benjamin Bratt, Storm.
Stop interrupting me.
Jeez.
You know, let's duke it out right now.
2-0.
No.
Knockouts to start. And now she's going to have the biggest match of her career as she goes up against Rachel Cushing.
Sebulba, Rosemary Harris, Checkup.
Dude, you could just see that they felt like crap, but man, they pulled off a great game.
Yeah, can we not watch that again? That it's hurting me right now.
I absolutely loved it.
And Rachel.
Superman.
And your winner, Mara Knopic is in the finals. That was a great match. I just want to say, excuse me here. That was a great match. That was fantastic. You did great there. I just got to say, remember what I said earlier? You keep winning, and I'll keep winning. We'll see what happens. He is Mike the Killer Kalinowski! Known as the Killer, the head of corruption, the agent of chaos in the movie trivia Schmoedown, please welcome Mike Kalinowski! Is working on a new kind of blank-based gas. 5, 4.
Hydrogen, the Destroyer. I'm gonna enjoy being at that live event. 2000.
And your winner!
Oh, that was a new way of editing that together.
That's cool.
Yeah.
These
They're very well edited.
these intros for the spectacular have been really good.
Mara. She held up her end of the bargain, as did I. I created a monster and I've got to face her, because I'm a man of my word. I've created this entire tournament, giving you some of the best matches you have all ever seen, and here I am going for that belt.
Mustafar. Bones.
Bones, stuck on point.
Kronos.
Points all around here.
The Cross of Coronado. That is correct. 5 points.
Mike Kalinowski, your question. Name the 2 robotic arms
Oh
that
no.
Star utilizes in his lab, as mentioned in the Iron
Was
Man
it Dummy and You?
and
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Homecoming.
Thanks to this question, I'll never forget
Paul
that.
and Hardy.
And your
Are
winner,
you shitting me?
And here we are. So we move forward.
That was a tough question. That's not exactly what she said there.
We're gonna do this dance forever.
Live event.
We are here for the movie trivia Schmoedown live event, the Innergeekdom Championship.
Oh, congratulations. You know how to put together a Schmoedown intro.
One of the newest, one of the freshest, and one
I'm
of the
game.
best stars that I can say we've ever had in Innergeekdom. Mara is the competitor that I have been wishing for. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown!
Daphne Keene.
Daphne Keene.
Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer, 24.
Movie release dates.
Movie release
dates. Wow.
2005, 1993, 1984, 1987, 2013.
Correct. 2 points. What a round for the amazing Mara Knopic.
That was damn impressive. Alerts.
Bold.
That's correct. 5-pointer. When Gandalf enters Bilbo's house at the start of Fellowship, Bilbo says he's got a few bottles of which type of wine left?
Mara,
5.
whatever happens,
4.
you did well though. I'm gonna say
2.
Brandy Buck.
And your winner and new movie trivia Schmoedown Innergeekdom champion Mara Knopic.
I want whoever beats me to be someone that is even what?
Hello, sheep. Everyone's like, what's that? Is it done? Is it over? It's over when I say it's over. Mara, come on up here, Mara.
Or what Christian does.
Come on up here, Mara. I should have been on the stage tonight. We're not doing that 4-way. We're not doing a 3-way. We're not going to do any #1 contender match. Here's what we're going to do. You and I, spectacular, for that belt.
You and Kalinowski are the spectacular.
If he wants to manipulate the system, I will just beat him again and we can end the argument once and for all.
Kalinowski Knopic 2 at the spectacular.
Mara deserves that belt that she's holding right now. That belt is with her. Pretty soon, it's going to be right here on my shoulder.
This isn't Mike's game anymore. This is my game. This is done and over. Korruption is finished in Innergeekdom.
It's like the quick flash of like the evolution of her hair.
Purple, silver, silver, purple, silver,
Short.
short.
Because I don't know who's doing Mara's hair, but it's fantastic looking.
Ramona Flowers.
Oh, that's a good one. Nice pull. Very well done.
Yeah.
Like Ramona's her spirit animal.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's hard. Maybe you shouldn't eat it.
You need this crunchy.
It's video
Yeah.
3, it's the last video, and these 2 matches could be main events all on their own anywhere, and we've got them here in this video. Mark, what's going on?
Christian, my nickname is Sco there and his baby carrots. This is the season of giving, and boy, the Schmoedown is the gift that just keeps on giving out gifts all around the movie trivia galaxy.
Especially for 3 nights in a row for us.
Are in the books.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. A lot of stuff happening behind the scenes here as well as on the desk. And then you and me, we're just kind of witnesses to all this chaos and what we have for the kids in this video, video 3, the final 2 matches of the Schmoedown Spectacular Part 3. Oh my gosh, we're going to see who's going to New York, but before we get to that, we are going to see who the new or the reigning, continuing Innergeekdom champion is going to be.
Well, and if you watched right before this happened, Mike Kalinowski's reign is done. It's over. The stuff that he's been trying to do this season, you're welcome. It's come to an end. Look, he also... maybe he got a little too out of control, and that's partially on me. Yeah. But the thing is, one of those things that he did was give himself a title shot. Now, what also needs to be said is that Mike Kalinowski earned his way in the tournament that he created, but he made his way through that tournament, and he looked dominant doing it. He also put Mara Knopic in the tournament, and that was a crucial error because she was phenomenal. She is amazing, hence her nickname. She won 4 matches, and in that 4th match, it was against Mike Kalinowski. They went back and forth, and Mara Knopic took the victory, won the tournament, and beat Mike Kalinowski. She went on to beat Jason Inman at the live event for the championship, and that's when Mike Kalinowski snapped. He crashed the live event and started to abuse his power, went from doing good things and helping execute the plan in regards to Anarchy and the tournament. But when he started giving himself title shots, Ken Knapsack title shots, enough was enough. So I told him today, because I don't think it's fair that he gave himself this title shot.
No, it's not.
But the thing is, if he happens to win today, there's an immediate rematch, and Mara Knopic will play in New York as well against Mike Kalinowski. If Mara Knopic retains, then we'll have a completely different card, and It is time for these two to go head-to-head. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, you see that, you see that Kalinowski? That's the Commissioner Nate. That's a chairman right there. The chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra. I'm Dean Martin, Mike Kalinowski, maybe Peter Lowry at best. But we're here not to talk about some of the great from the Rat Pack era.
Wow.
We're here to talk about Innergeekdom stuff. I don't know that there's two people on Earth. Maybe I think of a few off the top of my head that know it better than Mike Kalinowski, and certainly none so far this year better than Mara Knopic.
Right, so we are going to hear from both our competitors. Here we go.
I mean, what better place to do this than at a place that is synonymous with being amazing? So, it's going to be a fun ride. I would be optimistic and say that I know a trivia or two. And, you know,
I know a trivia or two.
This is my game. So, if it's going to have to happen, I'm going to play by the rules. But this is done and over. Korruption is finished in Innergeekdom.
Hello, Sheep. Here I am. Spectacular. Going for the Innergeekdom Championship belt from the beginning where I should have been going.
I was about to do a goat again.
You know what? People are saying, you know, I gotta put this out there. Mara deserves that belt that she's holding right now. She did what I told her to do. I gave her the shot, and she took it. I'm so proud of her. I could not be more proud of what Mara has done in this league. And you know what? She beat me, fair and square. 5 rounds. I beat her 4 of those rounds to the 5th round, and she did what she did. She beat me. She has my respect.
It's been a meteoric rise for this Brown Dwarf Star, so to speak. TM, by the way, that's coming. And I would like to think that going 5-0 undefeated will certainly put me in the Schmoedown leagues of history, but having the first female singles champion defend the title successfully and be 6-0 undefeated in a season, going into the next year, just thinking, let's just see the next new person. Who's it going to be? I want to see the next me. I think that's a great place to end my year.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm kind of afraid of
Let's talk about respect.
who's going to be the person that's going to eventually take her down.
Well, if it's not Mike here.
I'm going to take that belt. I'm going to take this match from Mara. She's done great so far. That belt is with her. Pretty soon, it's going to be right here on my shoulder.
Hey Mike, what's up? I got plenty of sleep last night. I'm well hydrated. I've eaten calories, and I think that this is going to be a fun match. Please don't be surprised if I show talent. Please don't be surprised if you cry tears. It's going to be super fun.
What? I don't want to talk about Paulie. I'm not going to talk about Paulie G. What? No, we're not talking about Paulie G. You want to know about Paulie G? You think he's pulling the strings and you know? I'm not talking about Paulie G. You want to know who's pulling strings? I'm still pulling strings, and you guys are going to see when that championship belt's on this shoulder. Paulie G.
So some dissension in the ranks there.
Like, obviously, Mike Kalinowski is heated. He is mad.
He's a little
blaming
flustered.
The fans. He's blaming me. He's blaming everybody. And you know, and we know he's not going to get a nice reaction from the fans. We know he's not going to when he comes out here today, but he doesn't care.
Be too hard on him.
He just wants that championship.
In studio
The question
fans.
Is it going to be like?
They're going to boo the mess out of him.
Is it going to be his downfall, or is he going to be able to focus? But the other
I
question.
hope he's got more clothes.
Well, the other question is Mara Knopic, who is 5-0. That is a big feat all in itself. To go 6-0 with a title defense, it is something that we've never seen before, and it's a lot to ask of one player. So
something just dawned on me. How come you don't see like YouTubers reacting to the Super Bowl?
Some of the notable accomplishments from both. Mike Kalinowski had 2 knockouts in the Innergeekdom tournament. He had victories over Lavic and Donica.
It's not as interesting.
Well, I mean, when you've watched football before, you've been like, "Oh, that was a good play." You've heard people in houses get all worked up and over like tackles and interceptions and stuff. How come you don't see the YouTubers do it? That'll be our next channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia.
That'd be interesting.
There might be a sports channel somewhere down the line, but it's not going to be.
It's not going to be us.
It's not going to be hosted by us.
I don't need a camera in my face proving that I really just don't know that much about sports.
Yeah.
Introducing first, the challenger, representing.
Did you see it said Mara was the first rookie to ever get a title?
3 wins, 3 defeats,
That's impressive.
and 2 knockouts. He is the 2018 Innergeekdom tournament finalist, Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
I like that suit too. I like
That's a good-looking suit.
the blackout suit.
He's looking right at you. You're waving at him.
Hey man,
I'm
I'm just, you know.
Oh, there's the puppetry.
I'm just sitting there. Why are you worried about me? Why are you worried about me? You should focus on your match.
I would like to point out to Mike Kalinowski, I in fact am taking time out from the Chuckle Hut to be here today.
You're still worried about me when you should be worried about the person who's in you.
I'm literally missing pay from the Chuckle Hut because I'm here right now.
And his opponent, with a record of
I would love to see him if he came to town.
2 knockouts. She is the 2018
Not
Innergeekdom
during a time when
tournament.
we can't see him because it's South by and you have to have a certain badge.
Defending,
that would suck.
undefeated,
He's done that.
undisputed
He's been here
Innergeekdom
during South by.
champion of the world,
Let's have to see if he has a Twitter.
amazing Mara Knopic.
At Mark Ellis Live.
What's she got? There she is.
Wow. A unicorn onesie.
I appreciate that. Showing the champion respect.
That's right. She's going to place the belt up there as best she can. It's such a heavy belt.
It's a heavy belt. It's gonna land.
As heavy as the belt is, the holder of the belt may feel like it is weighing 1,000 pounds.
That's all right. We know it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. All right, so Mike Kalinowski, the challenger, Mara Knopic, the champion. 5 rounds for the Innergeekdom Championship of the world, and we are going to start getting into the rules of the said match. Mark, how's it going?
That's a bummer because I really like that Indiana Jones
I do
music,
too.
but we do have a match to play, and it's 5 rounds long. In round 1, it's going to be like a normal Innergeekdom match. You're going to have questions that come from 10. So includes a betting round and a speed round, Christian.
Oh yes, Innergeekdom, where we prove that we don't know anything about Lord of the Rings.
Or Harry Potter.
The challenger, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's get ready to
Schmoedown.
Here we go.
All right. Question 1 in the realm of Marvel. Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Who plays the villainous Carlton Drake in Venom?
You have any of the comic books from when you were a kid?
They're in the garage.
You can pull it out. Come on.
5,
My Venom issue.
4. You have issues. 3. 2,
I'm having a hard time with that one.
1. Pens down. Mara.
Spelling error, but Riz Ahmed.
Oh yes.
Yep. Tie game.
Riz Ahmed.
On to the place where
He's not
nerds
happy.
go to honeymoon.
No.
Middle Earth.
And we'll go straight to
Question
Lord of
is,
the Rings.
In the 2 towers, what does Gollum warn Frodo and Sam not to follow in the Dead Marshes? I mean, I saw this in the theater. It was
5, 4,
and
3, 2. You
I
just
don't
talked
know
to yourself.
trivia.
1 points down. Mike Kalinowski.
The stone path?
It's incorrect, Mara.
The lights.
That's correct.
A white rabbit.
I was going to say the spirits that were in the marsh, but
He's late for a very important date.
there was like some spirits or whatever in the marsh. I thought that was it.
Our Lieutenant Commander Geordie LaForge's eyes briefly healed so that he doesn't need to wear his ocular implants.
the guy from Reading Rainbow.
5,
Butterfly in the sky.
Stop.
2, 1. Pens down. And Mark Knopic.
Star Trek Insurrection.
Yes, it is. Mike.
I didn't get it. Star Trek Generations.
Wow. All right. So Mark.
I thought it was First Contact.
Yeah, I thought it was Generation.
All right, see if Mike
okay.
No,
Kalinowski
it wasn't Generations. I thought it was
with
First
the next
Contact.
category. That would be Star Wars. Don't worry, Alex Damon has left the building. And your question
Because
is,
when the Boar Queen
what is the
heals his
name
eyes.
of the Rebel Alliance base on Hoth featured in the opening of The Empire Strikes Back?
Rebel Alliance
Your
base.
favorite movie. It's a
Um,
great movie. Most people. I go Jedi, then I go Empire. I
4,
think
3,
I can't remember.
2,
New Hope's pretty good.
1. Mike Kalinowski.
Is it Echo Base?
It is.
Yes.
Oh.
Did not have it. So Mike gets
Why have I been blanking on Star Wars lately?
3-2. Next question here. Harry
Jeez.
Potter. What class does Professor Sybil Trelawney teach at Hogwarts?
Trelawney.
Well, I got close.
I love how you don't even attempt to pronounce that.
No, I was waiting for Rachel, or I'm going to scream it at me. 5,
They deliver it in a
That's
classy
the one
way.
in the pink
2,
No clue.
pantsuit.
Mara.
Divination.
Yes, it is.
Ah.
Divination.
I thought she was one of the dark arts teachers that cycle.
broomstick riding.
That's not a class.
World of DC. This is DC. In Superman
Sure.
3, who plays the villainous multimillionaire Ross?
Oh, oh, jeez! I know all of these, and I see his face.
Webster, or who's the boss? Which one are you watching?
Who's the boss? 4, 3,
Different strokes.
Two.
I'm gonna feel so stupid.
I don't have that one.
Down, please. And Mike Kalinowski.
Is it Robert Vaughn?
It is.
I
Yes.
didn't have it.
Wow, tie game.
Okay.
Oh,
Here we go.
All right. MCU.
Here's your
In
chance to
the
come back.
MCU, what is the name of the device that Tony has a miniature version of implanted in his chest and a massive version of powering Stark Tower in NYC?
thank frickin'
How so they can release a new movie like every
anyone.
3,
and they only
2,
Finally.
1. Pens down.
Dummy and you.
And Mara.
Yeah.
Arc reactor.
Yes. Mike.
Arc reactor.
Yep.
It's an arc reactor.
Arc reactor.
Oh,
2 questions left.
Three questions left.
Excuse me.
And you were saying what about counting? Mixed bag.
I'm good at it.
Mixed bag.
Back to the
and
future.
We're gonna reach deep into the bag and pull out a question. Back to the future.
yes.
Wait, how did you know
Back
that?
to the future. Doc Brown came up with the idea for the flux capacitor after falling off of what?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about next season.
You
Is
just
there
calm
Back
down.
to the future.
I love Back to the Future.
I might win that. Well, they played one already. 2.
I can't remember.
1. Pens down, please.
It's the dumbest thing you could fall off of.
Incorrect.
Toilet.
That's correct.
It's a toilet.
Hanging your clock.
Mara takes it.
Is that right, Chris?
Mara goes back and takes the lead. And next question is from the DCEU, or whatever the hell it's called.
Aquaman.
It's the DCEU, Christian.
Fine. Which DCEU film has the tagline, Accomplish Wonder?
I'm gonna ask a really dumb question.
Yes.
DC.
Yes.
District Comics?
You asked them.
District of
Detective Comics.
Columbia. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mara.
Man of Steel.
It is. Mike.
Wonder Woman.
Wow. So
That's a tough one. That's
I put Wonder Woman.
Yeah, same.
That one will trip you up, yeah.
7-5. 7-5.
It's a tricky question.
Yeah, it is.
Mara Knopic currently enjoying a 2-point
Yeah,
cushion over Mike
sneaky,
Kalinowski as we get to the last
sneaks.
question in round number 1, and it's a Patreon question. The following question comes from loyal movie trivia Schmoedown patron member Andy Schick. Everybody,
Now let's hear about his razors.
I shaved using a Schick razor. Thanks for the razors and thanks for the love, Andy. Andy supporting our show. You can too. Check out the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon today.
It's almost like I can see the future.
This Innergeekdom championship
Or
match.
Mark makes the same joke every
Heroes
single
and
time.
villains. One of each is currently represented on the desk.
You saw the future.
Question is, in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, after Walter Donovan poorly chose a chalice, deeming it the cup of the King of Kings, Indy surmised the Grail would be the cup of what? The cup of a what? I like Andy's questions.
4,
Kid knows
3,
Nope.
Will you
2.
repeat the question?
Yep, certainly. In Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, after Walter Donovan poorly chose a chalice, deeming it the cup of the King of Kings, Indy surmised the Grail would be the cup of a what?
5, 4,
You putting a silly answer too?
2, 1.
No.
Pens down, please. Mike.
Carpenter.
Yes, it is. Mara.
No.
I don't think you can give it to me. I put Carpenter, and I was going to line that out. I don't think you can give it.
Yeah, can't take Carpenter and Popper on there together. So unfortunately, it's not going to go Mara Knopic.
At least she's honest.
But she still gets a 1-point advantage.
Cup of noodles.
For all the work she did.
It was a cup of noodles.
I see cup of something.
And most competitors, when they're going up against
Who are-
somebody who's 5-0, like Mara Knopic is,
Just shot in the dark.
He needed to eat lunch. It was a cup of noodles.
Got to give him credit for that.
Absolutely.
The top ramen?
Fight. He was down,
Or
but
is it
now
just
it's
cup of
only 1
noodle?
point
Cup
about
noodles.
the champion As we get to round number 2.
Fun fact, it's actually called cup noodles, not cup o
It's
noodles.
wheel round, and I'm so happy to say that the Wheel of Justice
Go look at the
and
cup.
Fate is a sponsored wheel.
Yeah, you have
today
one
by a Schmoedown
in your
patron,
pantry right now.
Josh
Everyone
Gofton,
does.
Everybody, Josh Gofton, shout
Let's
out
hear about
to
Gofton razors.
And Josh sponsored the entire wheel. The sponsored wheel
think you
slushes
got
that Josh
anything there.
likes are
No.
Harry Potter and Mixed Bag. Thank you, Josh, for watching the show. Okay, the wheel round works as thus. Each competitor to Mike Kalinowski. What do you feel like, Mara?
I will let Mike spin first.
Okay,
Mike's gonna go with the
this new
spin.
marker.
Mike's pull from the wheel, not the
Here
pen.
he goes.
Mara has 2
I want the old one back.
To find out the history of his marker, you're going to have to watch our previous videos. Way to tie that in.
Say this this about Mike Kalinowski, you know? People give him a hard time. I've given him a hard time. The guy looks good.
You don't give the
suit.
storyline in
You know,
front of the
This is
camera.
vintage, Mike. This is what he debuted in the league with. Was this the song?
You need to watch more Schmoedown.
Back to basics.
I would call it Return of the Jedi, Mike.
What's he looking at? What's he looking at here?
It could be Marvel movies, Star Wars. Speaking of Jedi,
Star Wars.
he's going to spin away.
The cuts are too deep now.
Right.
Star Wars. All right.
He spin from the wheel and the peg at the same time. What a rebel.
Christian, which is pretty much a spit in the face of you and I.
I understand. It's funny. It's how I first met Mike Kalinowski.
He was spinning away from Star Wars?
He was spinning away, running away from it. No, him and his friend Nate Bigelow were going to watch The Phantom Menace back in Tallahassee, Florida.
Tallahassee, Florida. Is that still a thing?
Kind of.
You go to Middle Earth.
Ooh. I'd rather have stuck with Star Wars.
Mike is going to get 5 questions
He
from Middle
didn't
Earth.
he prove that he could, or is it Harry Potter? I know he proved like he could do one of them actually pretty
Introduced
decently
in
well.
the Two Towers. Who plays the character of Eowyn?
Bones McCoy. Carl Urban.
Eowyn?
Yeah.
Miranda Otto.
That's correct.
No, it's his sister. Eomer is.
Wrong sibling. Glad I don't get all siblings
In the
mixed
Hobbit
up.
Films, what is the name of the hedgehog that
Sonic.
Radagast finds dying
Oh.
and
What I thought too. I don't know anything about the Hobbit films. What's the name of a hedgehog?
Sebastian.
Sonic.
It runs really fast. It's blue.
Has muscles in the arms and legs.
No.
Sonic.
Hopefully
Not
not.
counting the prologue, the events that transpire in the Lord of the Rings trilogy happen in what age of Middle Earth?
The Age of Man. I don't know.
No, I think that is actually
The
it.
Third Age.
That's correct.
The Age of Man. I think that's actually
2 more
correct.
questions. In the Hobbit trilogy, how are Fili and Kili related to Thorin?
I'm gonna guess kids.
Cousins?
They are his cousins.
It's incorrect.
They're his nephew.
That's correct.
Steal that.
close.
Mike Kalinowski had a lot of momentum. He still is the lead, but Mara Knopic, that's a 4-point swing.
All right, last question. Shadowfax, the lord of all horses in Middle-earth, belongs to what breed?
What's the
Isn't that
Clydesdale? I don't know.
5.
it's a stallion?
Choice. Is it A, Felaroff, B, Miraz,
Oh,
Those aren't real words.
not real breeds.
D, Hurin?
That's a Gandalf's horse, right?
5,
I think it's Gandalf's horse.
4, 3, 2. B is correct.
I'm actually.
I wouldn't have known that.
Here's the thing. I actually know who Gandalf is. Anything beyond that, the name of his horse?
What
color is he at the beginning?
To spin the wheel now. Champion
Gray.
goes to see what can she pull off.
She got a steal here, and you got to think the mindset.
He's
from Mara
gray.
now is
Then
just
he
whatever you do,
fights I think it's the Balrog. Yes. And then he comes back as Gandalf the White. Yes. See, that I know.
Kalinowski was rolling in that.
We all need to watch some more Lord of the Rings over here, apparently.
Apparently, we need to watch Star Wars too.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind watching Star Wars again.
Round the wheel goes for the Brown Dwarf Star, Dwarf Brown Star.
Yeah. Brown Dwarf, right.
Star
Is it gonna
Brown
be
Dwarf.
Marvel? Is it going to be Star Wars this time?
It is Star Wars.
Is she also going to spit
Star
right in her
Wars?
face?
She wants away from
She
it.
is.
Nobody wants Star Wars.
No.
We've already gone through all the Star Wars we can handle right now.
Nobody wants Star Wars anymore.
All right.
Go back to Marvel or MCU or
It's
something.
like she doesn't have a weakness. And
Comic book
you watch
movies.
this go around, you wonder if
Here
next
comes
back
again.
trip her up simply
Ooh.
because you're not sure
Ooh.
what's coming.
Ah.
Is it going to be a Who Said It? A quotable.
Who said it?
Ooh,
All right, who said
I kind of like Who Said It.
That'll be interesting.
All right, Mark. As you might infer from the title or the playful tone of the wheel slice, Who Said It?
It's kind of a
Gonna
mixed
ask you about
bag
some
of
quote stuff.
who said it, though.
Question is, out of 5.
What words came out of what person's
DCEU
mouth?
character said, "I can save today, you can save the world."
Is that Lois?
Is that Bruce?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Bruce.
Will you repeat the question?
Batman.
What DCEU character said, "I can
Oh,
save
no,
today, you can save the world"?
Diablo.
Steve Trevor.
2 points.
Or
Right.
okay,
Steve Trevor. Oh,
it was
that's
so-
right.
I got it. Was someone that died
Yeah.
so that everyone else could survive.
Yeah,
For some reason, I thought
Steve
Diablo
Trevor.
before Steve
Your next
Trevor.
question,
That
Mark.
makes sense.
What wizard said, "True courage is about knowing not when to take a life, but when to spare one"?
Gandalf.
That is correct.
How many wizards? Oh, I guess Harry Potter.
Gandalf the Wise,
A lot of wizards, actually.
Yeah.
Probably high. Your next question. Who said, "Bounty hunters, we don't need their scum"?
Viers? Is it General Viers
5,
or
4,
Admiral Piet?
3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Admiral Pia? B, General
both
Viers,
there.
C, Emperor Palpatine.
It's definitely not
D,
Palpatine or
General
Mahdi.
Modi.
Yeah.
5, 4,
Veers.
3.
B.
That is incorrect. Mike Kalinowski,
Piet.
your multiple choice options. Is it A, Admiral Pia, B,
Yep.
General Viers, C, Emperor Palpatine, or D, General Modi?
Mahdi.
It is A, and Kalinowski.
Mahdi was the one who got choked out in the first one by Vader. The bounty hunters doesn't show up until the second one.
A similar fate. Mara, back to you. Here's your question for 2 points if you get it right off the bat. Who said, do you know the Klingon proverb that tells us revenge is a dish that is best served?
Worf.
It is very cold in space.
Green Lantern. Oh.
Klingon.
Oh. Captain America?
Klingon.
4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Khan, B, Sybok, C, Nero, or D, Krug?
Who sends someone out to outer space to die?
A.
It is A.
Khan.
Apparently it's Khan.
Original Khan, though, I think. Not
Mara has one more
Bucket
Yeah.
question.
Crunch
Is this
Under
right?
Khan.
We're going to be
Yeah.
looking at her having a 2-point lead heading into the betting round. Mara, your question. What hero comic book character said, my weakness, small knives. Anything but knives.
Deadpool?
Deadpool. No, Spider-Man.
5.
It was Amazing Spider-Man when
Maybe
he's...
small knives. Anything with small knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it A, Hit Girl, B, Spider-Man?
Good
C,
them putting Deadpool in there, though.
Yeah.
Hit girl.
It's incorrect. Mike Kalinowski for the steal. Is it A, Hit Girl?
Nope,
B,
it was Spider-Man.
C, Deadpool, or D, Iron Man?
He's gonna say Deadpool.
5.
Maybe.
Say Deadpool.
We are tied going into the next round because neither competitor got that one right. It was Spider-Man. Spider-Man. He's a kid. He's afraid of knives.
So we're all tied up here.
It was in Amazing Spider-Man when he stops the carjacker.
Yep. The challenger has 14.
Small knives.
Number 3 is the
My
betting
weakness.
round. How does that work? More.
The betting round works as such. We're going to that wheel.
Yep.
And see what it lands on.
So we've made an executive decision to not have to write down our bet because we're just gonna say it into a device that's gonna record what we say for posterity.
And if it lands on Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, I'm betting 0.
Pretty much.
This is really where the strategy comes in, and how confident they are in the category that's chosen, and how many you're going to bet. How many points do you bet here? Very interesting. This could be a big swing as we saw
Coming
in
up to Star Wars or maybe movie release dates.
Ooh.
DC.
DC movies. So
I bet
DC
one.
movies.
I'm gonna go with a
You're gonna get
3.
the question. Make sure you write your point.
I mean, I only have 2 points, so who cares? But I
0
mean,
to 3. 0 to 3.
if I had 3
That's
points,
not how the Force works.
I bet 3.
This actress played Senator June Finch.
Um.
Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Mike writing it down.
I don't mean to make it sound bad, but she's the one who talks like Sylvester Stallone.
5, 4.
He doesn't.
She kind of does.
2,
Sounds like a cartoon character.
1, pens down. Mara, how many points did you bet?
1.
And you chose?
Holly Hunter.
Yes.
And Mike, you chose how many points?
I chose 2.
And you-
Holly Hunter.
Both correct. Mike
Granny
goes up by
Peach
1.
T.
Mike goes up by 1.
Granny's Peach.
She does like kind of talk out of the side of her mouth.
Mike has a 1-point lead now.
Why you gotta be like that?
I know, that's why I said I don't mean for it to sound bad.
Here for the speed round. Speed
Well,
round,
we'll work on
is
it.
Mark.
We'll work on it.
We are
Stallone
speed
does
round.
that. I mean,
It
it's
is
not
the
bad.
lightning round, also known as the buzzer round. Christian, are you ready?
Ready to go. So the champion, are you ready? Mm-hmm. Kalinowski, ready?
Buzz around.
Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Grandpa's taking a long pull off his whiskey.
All right, here we go, guys. How many films featured Richard
2?
Harris as Professor
No.
Albus?
Mara,
2.
4.
Correct.
Oh, it is
This is the
2.
first one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 2.
Which planet was destroyed by Nero in
Vulcan.
J.J. Abrams?
Mike,
Vulcan.
Correct. All right.
It's easy when you can read the questions.
Who was the first member of the Avengers to appear on screen in Avengers Infinity War?
Tony Stark.
Mara,
Thor.
Thor. Yes.
Who addresses Luke Skywalker as Sir Luke?
C-3PO.
Mara,
C-3PO.
Correct.
last question.
Last one. Who plays Dick Grayson, a.k.a. Robin, in Batman?
Chris O'Donnell.
Mike.
Chris O'Donnell.
Correct. Tie game. What that was the best one we've had today.
That is a good speed round.
Tied
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
Tied after speed round.
Woo. Mara's down two JTEs.
Yeah.
That's not good. Still have faith in her, though.
As we head into the final round.
It's similar to their first battle. They were just back and forth the whole time, and now we're back to round number 3. Back to round number 5. Here we go. Mark, how's it go?
Here's how it works. Everybody in the studio audience, hold hands as we don't pray to get sudden death. Now, if we get sudden death, don't worry, we'll play because you guys have earned that
Love
right.
sudden
And
death.
the belt is going to go one way or the other, possibly by the end of this round. You each are going to give champion. So you'll give us your series of 2 numbers first, then we'll hear Mike's.
9, 2, and 7.
9, 2, and 7 for the champion, the challenger.
3, 8, and 14.
Hey, you got it.
All right. So we're going to start with the
He
challenger
said
here.
numbers.
Tie game. We'll start with the challenger. Mike, you chose number 3, scores and soundtracks. All right, here you
John
go.
Williams.
Alan Silvestri composed full scores for which 3 already released
Captain
MCU
America.
films.
Infinity War.
Give you 20.
Avengers.
Captain America, the first Avenger.
Yep.
Avengers.
And Infinity War.
Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
All right.
Wow, yep, good. That's a mouthful for a
That was
two-pointer,
good.
but he gets it right. Now we move on to Mara, who selected number 9 for your 2-point question. Selected number 9, Mara, and your question is in the world of Marvel. These are Marvel movies, and the query is, what is the name of the robotic warrior that Wolverine
Silver
fights
Samurai.
at the end of the Wolverine?
Silver Samurai.
Correct.
2 points.
Back to Mike Kalinowski.
I'm smelling overtime, Christian.
Maybe.
I'm
Don't
smelling
jinx
it.
it.
It's
Don't
on the
jinx it.
stove.
All right. Kalinowski chose 8. 8. The DCEU. DCEU.
Ooh.
All right. Here you go.
Aquaman.
Mike, what item does Steve give Diana at the end of Wonder Woman upon saying his final goodbye?
Was it a compass?
It is his watch.
His watch.
That's correct.
Oh,
That's
that's right. Because she's like, what is that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's a watch instead of a.
Wonder
Yeah,
Woman.
yeah,
Never
All
mind.
right, so now we go back to
Yeah.
Mara Knopic, who chose category number 2.
We also.
Mark, you chose number 2 for
The
3
watch.
points. And just remind me again, what was that
Just
song
the
from
watch.
that you walked in the ring to?
That's Pretty in Pink.
Right, perfect. I actually believe it was Indiana Jones, and that is what your 3-point question is from.
Ooh.
The Wild, Wonderful World of Indiana Jones. 3 movies, they went ahead and made a 4th one. Your question
It was
is,
not good.
They're going to make a 5th one.
in which language did Indy's father make him count 20 before he would listen to him in the beginning of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade?
Greek.
It was.
You know, I need to go back and watch The Last Crusade.
So there you go.
This is
Back and
impressive.
forth again. So Mike
This is a
Kalinowski
good
is in
match.
position.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was in the opposite time last time. He's got a chance to
Jeez.
hit his 5 first. He is going to get a chance to hit his 5.
Did that
to
in
take
another
the
video.
lead.
Oh.
He has category number 14.
Every video.
Category number 14 for Mike. If he hits it, he's got a chance to win the title. If he misses it, it will bounce back to Knopic for a chance for her to defend the title. And here we go. 14 is Who Said It.
Ooh.
14 is Who Said It. Who said war will make corpses of us all?
Jeez. Something for Lord of the Rings.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Who said war will make
man.
corpses of us all?
Aragorn. I don't know.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Aragorn.
Correct. Looking for Faramir.
You know, the fact that he guessed what I thought. I mean,
Boromir's brother.
Knopic, if she hits the 5-pointer,
who's Boromir?
she
Sean
will
Sean Bean.
defend
Yeah, he
the
dies, doesn't he?
championship and goes
It's Sean
6-0. If she misses it, we go to sudden death.
Synonymous with dying
Go, Mark,
character.
she
Yeah.
chose category number 7.
Number 7, and the number of Joe Theismann corresponds up here.
Stop trying to
If I
incorporate
may quote
sports.
The great Bill Murray. Star Wars,
Ooh.
nothing but Star
Star
Wars. A category
Wars.
that neither competitor seemed to
Those
want
funny
when they
Star
started in
Wars.
round 2. Now might determine Mike Kalinowski and Mara Knopic's fate in round number 5. Your 5-point question for the win. In Revenge of the Sith, what are Darth Vader's first 2 words after being put into his infamous
Something about
life-saving
Padme.
outfit?
Where's Padme?
Where's Padme? Is she alive?
5, 4, 3,
The babies.
2. It's incorrect. For Yes Master, we're going to sudden death.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Oh, I thought it was Where's Padme.
Oh, love sudden death.
So now we are going to sudden death. The whiteboards are out.
He's like,
How does it
refill?
work?
Mara, Mike, I know it's been a long match. You are no stranger to these 5-round epic clashes. Are you guys pretty comfortable with the rules as I've stated them for sudden death?
Yeah.
All right.
You both look thrilled to be here.
How many JT rules do I have left?
You have 2 left. Mara has 1 left. All right, here we go. Sudden death.
Jeez.
What is the model number of the gold prototype suit that Tony Stark primarily uses during the events of 2013's Iron Man 3? 5,
No, you're wrong.
4, 3,
Probably.
I didn't see it.
1. Mara,
42.
Mike Kalinowski.
42.
Correct.
Yep, I was wrong.
I put 47.
Next one.
I know 7 was an Avenger, so I assumed 8 was...
Truth.
No.
Wonder Woman's lasso of truth is also named for what ancient Greek goddess?
Oh, no, Mike's got that. Mike has that.
I have no idea.
5, 4, 3,
Persephone? I don't
2,
know.
1. Mike,
Hestia.
Mara.
Hestia.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
Your next question. Your next question.
Jeez.
In sudden death overtime. What Jedi Master is piloting a starfighter when he's shot down by his clone troopers in Revenge of the Sith?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
oh,
Mace Windu.
And
no.
Does he have it?
He's got it.
Can we just seriously
Plo
just
Koon?
cop the...
Mike got it. Mike got it. Oh.
Plo Koon.
champion, Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
Mike Kalinowski takes it. He got it right, and that's the big question that we have here is who's going to win this epic Innergeekdom matchup. He's got the belt. He had to go to
Wow.
sudden death to do it, but he's going to have to prove it all over again pretty soon, isn't he, Christian?
Another epic battle. This was a sudden death battle. Mike Kalinowski is the
In New
Innergeekdom
York.
champion. He did it, and he did
Mara
it in
versus
a
Mike
tight
3.
fight here. 26-25 to the wire, both exhausted.
Man, you people in New York, you're on for a show.
Yeah.
A knockdown, drag-out,
Oh.
knocker for sure, and Mike Kalinowski, Mara Knopic, both fantastic. They played games. I mean, that's how you get to sudden death. They both fielded a number of questions correctly, and it just came down to a random Jedi in Revenge of the
That's two
Sith,
titles
and
on the line
that
in New
is-
York.
That's how slim the margin was.
That's a show.
And now, in an interview with the winner and the loser, is Jen Sturger. Take it away, Jen.
Thanks, Mark and Christian. I'm back here with the amazing Mara Knopic. Mara, I know you are upset right now, obviously.
Not really.
It was a tough match, and it was a well-fought match. You put on
She's like,
an
no, I'm
amazing
actually kind of
performance this
okay.
entire
But kind of, yeah.
tournament, with the Innergeekdom tournament, and then you won against Jason Inman. I mean, you've solidified yourself pretty much as Rookie of the Year.
I don't really care about titles like Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, I'm so glad that the fans care about this. I really do. But I have, at the expense of my health, worked way too hard at this. So I'm just going to take a step back. So that's how I feel about it.
And we are back with your new Innergeekdom
Enough said.
champion, Mr. Mike
Yeah, apparently.
Kalinowski. Mike,
Yes,
I know you've waited a really long time for this moment.
it's been 2 years.
Oh, he's got a belt on
Beginning,
him.
almost a year ago, I said, what did I say at the beginning of this? I said, I'm going after that belt. No more of the theatrics, no more dress up in costumes, coming in, all that kind of thing like that. I had a goal. You know, some people in the league, they like to say, where's the belts, where's the belts? They can find the belts. I knew where the belt was and what it took to go after it. And where is it right now?
On your shoulder.
It's on my shoulder.
You and Mara had an amazing match out there.
She is...
You never failed to disappoint, the two of you.
She never fails to disappoint. It was like there were several times in that match I would, it was like I'm going to lose. This is it. She is a phenomenal competitor. You know what? I just want to say something. A lot of people in this league, they talk about their belts for themselves, and this is our belt, or this is we're the league, this and that, and stuff like that. This belt right here, it's for Korruption. You guys stood with me through it all. the ups and the downs to go where we are. So this belt is for you guys out there.
And Mike, I know
Not us. We
I
were
know
going
you,
for
and
Mara
I know
at
all
the
of the
beginning of this match.
studying and all of the work and preparation that goes into these matches.
I
Like,
put you on a
what does
Wheaties
this-
box.
Absolutely. What does this mean to you?
Well,
That's all I've got to hold on to here.
At the end of that match there, and it came through because it's all of us put our time into this, our hearts into this. It's and some people say it's just a game. Others, have their own opinions on it. But it was something I wanted, and here I am. You know what? I'm gonna go shine this belt.
Go for it.
Because Mara's been eating it.
Kalinowski looking for the right now because he's got the championship. There he was. Happy about it. Mara, again, I think tired from this match. It was a long match. It was a tough match. And it went down to the wire. What a champion she was there, too, fighting all the way to the end in a sudden death.
Yeah.
26-25.
That was a fantastic
It was an amazing match.
Yeah.
These two might
Wow.
be passing that belt back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
There's other great competitors in the world of the Innergeekdom, but man, what a matchup they gave us here today. Mike Kalinowski, a worthy champion. Mara Knopic was maybe a worthy champion again, and we're going to get to find that out sooner rather than later in the year of 2019. And in the meantime, partner, it's not time to close up shop here on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Spectacular 3. We got just one more match, just this little match you may have heard of called the Singles Belt. It is on the line between Ethan Irwin and John the Outlaw Roca, and that's coming right up.
We're not done yet. We are not done yet. John Roca and Ethan Irwin are going to find out who plays Dan Murrell in New York. And it's going to be 5 rounds for the championship when we get back. Just a few minutes.
Okay. Oh, so I know I made the comment of I don't know if I want to see the person or who's the person who's going to eventually be able to take down Mara. It's Mike Kalinowski, just like you were foretelling.
It's always a possibility. I mean, you have two competitors. One's going to win. One's going to lose. You're talking about who's going to take down Mara. Well, there was still an opportunity for Mike to do it. He did it. He did it in probably the best possible way for us viewing, because it gives us such a great show. But clearly, it's not necessarily the best possible way for the competitors competing because it wears them out.
Oh, I bet. So here's the thing to keep in mind, though. Remember that the Innergeekdom was going to be a 5-way to decide the belt
initially,
and Kalinowski stepped in and said, "No, we're going to hold a tournament."
Yeah.
And it's because of that tournament we now see how Kalinowski stands, how he performs in the Innergeekdom. And now it has effectively it has led up to him getting this belt.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, if Innergeekdom was to be that 5-way, there's probably a good chance that Kalinowski would not have been able to eventually obtain a belt in that direction.
At least not this way. I mean, if it was a 5-way, would Mara have been a part of it? Probably
not.
Would Kalinowski have been a part of it? Yeah, probably.
More than likely, yes.
But I don't think Kalinowski went up against Rachel in this season in
But,
Innergeekdom.
I mean,
So that's another thing, too.
Here's the thing to keep in mind, though. Whenever you do 5-way matches, and I think this was actually Kalinowski's point that he made at some point, is
hurts the stats.
It hurts the stats, but the reason it hurts the stats is kind of like the free-for-all. Your MVP of the free-for-all was Bibiani, but the person who walked away with the belt was Brianne Chandler.
Yeah.
So the thing is Brianne Chandler came in, if I remember correctly, she was like 3rd or 4th from last.
She was closer to the end than she was the beginning.
She was within, I would say 5 of the end.
Within the
there.
last.
And if I remember correctly, that was kind of the same with Sam Levine the year before.
Sam was second to last.
He was he was really close to the end. So the thing, and I know they mentioned it in the free-for-all, you come in at the beginning, there's a very good chance you're not going to be, you could be the master of all movie trivia, and you're not going to last in that. The point is it looks like Kalinowski saw that there was more of an opportunity for him to succeed to eventually get the belt had he changed it from a 5-way to the tournament.
It's true.
When he didn't win the tournament is when he threw in the whole, you know what, I'm going to challenge you at the Spectacular. And now we are at where we're at now. He's got the belt.
Yeah. It's an interesting turn of events, you know. What would happen if... What would go down if Mike didn't challenge Mara at the live event? Who knows? Mara might still have the championship. Would the Innergeekdom title have gone on the line in the Spectacular? Probably in some form or fashion, but now we have Mike holding the belt. Mara looks super tired, so I think they might wait and actually fully confirm on the New York undercard.
Yeah.
Just to double check with her. I'm not sure. I'm not sure based on how she sounds if she really wants to.
I mean,
but
that post-interview was short.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to make light of it because we don't know what happened behind the scenes, but there were a lot of cuts during that. So who knows what was going on? Like maybe she had some other motive.
At the very least, she was just super exhausted.
Yeah. So
I mean, she mentioned it there. You know, to get to that level, putting your health on the line and kind of just dedicating so much time to being able to defend that belt. Like it was no easy feat for her to have the belt to begin with. The road that she went through.
Much less defend it. Get the opportunity to defend it.
At the end of the day, though, I mean, it's hard to say that neither competitor, or that both competitors deserve to have the belt in some fashion or another.
Well, I mean, that match just proved that was, I would say those are probably two very evenly matched competitors at this point.
Yeah.
It really did come down to who knew more about Plo Koon.
I got that one. I also watched the Clone Wars TV show, which is why I knew more about Plo Koon.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, that was it's a good match. Rough match for Mara, good match for Kalinowski. That's just the way it goes.
I can't wait to see Mara do more next season.
If that New York undercard is happening,
yeah,
I can't wait to see Mara take the belt back from Mike.
That would be so awesome.
We love you, Mike, but it might be a short reign.
Yeah,
we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. We got one more match to watch here in another video, so stick around on this channel. You'll get the next match here pretty soon. It's going to be the singles title match too, so that's going to be a good one also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so comment down below. What did you think of this match? Did you think Mara was going to hold on to it at the end like we did, or were you one of the millions of sheep following Kalinowski's reign of terror? Let us know.
Yeah. And also go over to Collider, go check out the movie trivia Schmoedown, and give them a like, comment, subscribe. Let them know what you think. Check us out on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page, where we are talking and contributing constantly on there.
Making conversation and doing all sorts of things over there. It's a great place to be.
Yep, and that's going to do it for this video. So, as always, I have to go to Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Nice.
Later.
See ya. I gotta go to Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.